And thanks for clicking the dreaded Rose report. What do you think about Vickie being gone? Good, bad, otherwise, doesn't matter? Put in about 9 years there, and she always was good to rile a crowd, you know. So, and that's what you're supposed to do. One way, either have them love you to death or hate you to pieces. All right, you know, a caller on the info line. By the way, it's 317-33. I gotta look at the phone. 335-4688. Every day it's updated too, even on the weekends and things. It's got 3 lines on it. There are 3 options. Anyway, one of the callers on there mentioned about 2 years ago, and I forgot to mention that the guy's name's Rocky. Good caller. Good guy. Anyway, he mentioned that him and his wife was sitting there watching TNA, and she says, you know, the main difference I noticed between the 2 shows, you know, wrestling's wrestling, but not really. But she notices that WWE has movie stars in it. TNA doesn't. I know Kurt Angle made maybe a movie or so, but they just don't have the stars, I guess, star power that TNA's got. I don't know how much, I mean, that's true, but I don't know how much that has to do with how many people watch it versus how many watches TNA. Just saying. And I'm just saying this, for what it's worth, Daniel Bryan, he was being advertised for the July 6th show, live event in Kingston, Ontario, but cards always subject to change. And the Miami Herald's got an article up about the WWE ring announcer, Justin Roberts' hands-to-go massage tool. I'm not sure what that is, but I've got one. In fact, I got 2. Jinder Mahal, by the way, now is going by the name of Raja Singh on the India circuit and is looking for bookings through Bill Behrman at showbiz at AOL.com. In case you want him to drop by and punch somebody. And after last night's Raw main event in Washington, D.C., believe it or not, Bray Wyatt took a dip in the pool of slop that was set up behind the stage for Vickie and Stephanie McMahon's segment. He just decided to give the fans a little bit extra. He seems like he's going to be a keeper, I guess, as long as he can stay healthy. All right, Dixie Carter revealed on Twitter that Robbie E. and his girlfriend Brooke Tessmacher has finished the CBS Amazing Race. She tweeted, proud of Robbie E. And Brooke, who just finished up the Amazing Race. The show will never be the same. Can't wait to watch. That's because the couple began the race May 31st in New York City, and the show begins airing in CBS this fall. Tessmacher and Robbie could be returning to this week's New York tapings, by the way. And after last night's WWE Raw ended in Washington, D.C., Cena, Sheamus, and Reigns, Cesaro were left in the ring. Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt tried to attack him, but the baby faces fought them off, hit some of their finisher moves, and set the crowd home happy as hell. And it was noted by, you know, isn't it funny how Vickie was just like hated just about through her whole 9 years, and here at the very, very end, everybody applauded her and thanked you. And that's a good way to do it, though. That's the way it should be, but it's kind of funny. Anyway, it was noted by by more than one fan in attendance at Raw last night that there was almost no reaction when WWE showed a graphic for Daniel Bryan's Money in the Bank pre-show appearance. Hey, if you don't want us to remember you or bug you like Punk or something, in no time we'll forget about you, don't worry. Chris Jericho is going to have Edge and Paul Heyman together in the studio for his Talk is Jericho podcast that's coming out this Wednesday and Friday. Don't watch that either or listen to it. Noted too, Vickie Guerrero finished up with WWE last night, and she tweeted the following: the ride has come to a halt, so grateful, wonderful blessings in the last 9 years, loved, live, and laugh. Heading home to begin a new chapter in my amazing life. I suspect she'll pop up every once in a while, just to rile the crowd. All right, tonight's WWE main event and SmackDown taping is going to be taking place at the Console Center, Energy Center, in Pittsburgh. Confirmed for the main event is Van Dam, Ziggler, and Kingston taking on Barrett, Rollins, and Swagger. And confirmed for SmackDown, Bray Wyatt taking on Sheamus, plus got Roman Reigns in action. You know, when they were starting to announce, I don't, maybe it's just me, when they were starting to announce the participants in the ladder match, with Triple H up in the ring, and he started naming off Van Dam and Kingston and Swagger and you know, the other people. I thought, man, there's nothing there with those people that all of them lose every match they got. Not everybody, but I mean, that when they start naming off all these people, I'm thinking, and Ziggler, he can't seem to win anything either. But well, it just seemed like just a numb ladder match to me. Anyway, former WWE star, if you remember him, Christopher Lewinsky. Not Lewinsky, it's Nowinski. My mind was elsewhere when I thought about Lewinsky. Anyway, we'll be speaking before the U.S. Senate today, I think, to discuss the long-term impacts of sports-related brain injuries in Lewinsky, and his people will appear in a U.S. Senate Special Committee on Aging that will explore brain injuries and in connection with neurological disease later in life. All right, so far, here's the Money in the Bank thing I was telling you about, the card. So we got the ladder match for the vacant WWE World title is Cesaro, Sheamus, Wyatt, Orton, Del Rio, Cena, Reign, and Kane all taking on each other for that. There's where most of the people went for the ladder match. Like, anyway, Money in the Bank ladder match is Rollins, Ambrose, Van Dam, Kofi Kingston, Bad News Bear, that was the other one I forgot, Swagger, and Ziggler. All right, then we got the tag team title match. Eric Rollins and Harper taking on Usos. Isn't that just a sad... I know it's got the whole world in your hands. When Rowan and Harper came out yesterday, that was just a sad entrance. I don't like it. Oh, by the way, Diva title, Naomi versus Paige. Daniel Bryan's going to will address the WWE Universe on the show. And WWE's shop website has new signed NXT Superstar 8x10 photos and more new WWE Superstar tank tops for this summer for sale. And I just happened to see a picture of him too, and man, I didn't really recognize the ECW original Jerry Lynn has cut off his trademark long hair that he's had since the late 80s. Or earlier in my case. Lynn was backstage last night's Ring of Honor internet pay-per-view in Nashville, where he lives, and this was the first wrestling show that he's attended since retiring in 2013. Lynn is looking a lot different than he did the last time we saw him on TNA. Brodus Clay is going to be wrestling at Evolution Pro Wrestling's Funk and Roll 1-year anniversary on July 24th at the Jammers Roller Dome, Clarksville, Indiana. Ricky Morton also going to be there. And WWE's NXT diva Kendall Sky is currently out of action with a broken wrist, while Donna Brooks and Veronica Lane, they're both dealing with knee injuries, according to the PWI Insider. And thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.